That was Corompare on the altar.
I feel like 2 of the figures were the brothers.
I remember years ago reading a poem that is eerily close to what this dream was. I don't remember the entire poem. Okay. She'll shed her tears and turn away. The sky will drain with her eyes. Gray it will be. The sea will bleed with her pain. Red it will become. When it is done, tomorrow could never follow today. The mountains and the canyons start to tremble and shake as the children of the dark are awake. They will laugh at her sorrow, a sharp-toothed grin on their joyous faces, and bring thunder running across the storms, leaving in their wake chaos upon the land.
Can I ask Tinsel, what the fuck should I do?
This is chapter 7 of Tinsel's Adventures. And so where we are going to backtrack a little bit, because where we kind of left off was very in a bad situation. So we are now deciding to divide up the party to go talk to the Lotus Brothers at the big top about the dream, if everyone remembers, and the dagger. We're also dividing up to go see the fortune teller.
Yeet.
Teia has already laid claim on going to the fortune teller.
Bitch.
I'm gonna go to the fortune teller.
This is
I think I should go as well.
I
think my character would want to go back to the fortune teller.
But all you're gonna be doing is sitting outside,
Yeah.
remember, because only one of us can go in, and I'm the one who goes in, because she's like, I don't want to fucking talk to Tanner.
I don't want to talk to that back anymore.
I'm going to the big top.
Okay.
Yeah, you are going there.
We need someone...
Honestly, I don't know what...
Like, to let you guys know what was suggested last time is we need someone who understands what needs to be asked of the Lotus Brothers
it's not me.
to go to the big top about the, like, dagger, because what is your guys' explain to me, because I'm trying to refresh everything, so explain to me.
What's in the box? Is that, I can't remember, did we see what's in the box?
No. There was a glint.
There was a glint, that's it. Yeah, and in the dream, they stabbed the lady with the dagger.
With the glowing, like, blue?
So the dagger, all of it is black. And alive. Like, very, very, very much alive. And it's kind of offsetting. There's a stripe in the middle that is like a glowing electric blue that
you got
pulses.
A storyteller voice. You like your voice changes when you're like describing something. You're like,
I know, Tanner. I know.
But others, he's like, ah.
Yeah.
So did we figure out? Was there a color in the glint when they opened the box?
No, it was just.
It was just as if something was shining.
So we're starting to think maybe that the dagger is what's in the box.
That's
what my sister. What's in the box?
And then I believe another one of your guys is hey.
I thought the light
it's a severed head.
Spoiler.
What?
I thought you said the light. I thought we knew what color the light was from the box, though.
No.
Do we not? Oh.
It was like a glint of light, as if it was shining off something shiny and metal. Also, the black was like metal. It looked like a black metal.
It would still reflect light.
It would still reflect light.
Okay, it doesn't.
All right.
Please don't hit me.
And also, I believe you guys had started to suspicion that the Lotus Brothers were one of the
absolutely.
three, correct?
2 of the 3.
Okay,
2 of the
2 of the 3
3
because there are 2
2
of the brothers.
Yeah.
Didn't we already get told by the fortune teller that they weren't?
No.
I don't remember what I asked to a fortune teller.
That we were investigating
at the time. We don't.
Yeah, they had no influence on that. But they were seen talking to them, which is what fucks me up.
I have a bad memory.
Okay, so how are you guys going to divide up?
I go to the big top.
Tanner, please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
I go to
so
big top,
the do we have 2 options or 3 options? Big top, fortune teller, and town, or just big top and fortune teller?
There wouldn't be really any driving point to go into the town right now.
Okay. I just know John wants to go buy some shit.
I need to buy
which can happen after this. Later in the evening, I'm making an executive decision for you guys that you will meet back up at the tavern at a certain time.
Yeah. So I actually remember that I took my shit to be coated in silver.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be ready by tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Can I get better service? I'm a fucking rich man! I paid money for this!
Anyways.
I know when you jack off, Tanner. I know how many pubic hairs are on your left testicle.
Literally.
Actually,
You know the
you don't
exact
have any
measurements of
fingers
his
on your
left
testicles.
testicle.
It's all on your scrotum.
No, you don't have a scrotum.
We all know that, Tanner. Anyways, okay, how are you guys gonna divide your group
Sit
up?
up.
I go to big top.
I almost choked hearing that.
Big top, fortune teller.
With me to big top.
Fortune teller.
I think you should go to the big top.
Okay.
I'll go with her to the fortune teller because I want after
I'll go hang
she
myself
gets
in the
out.
bathroom.
After she gets out, I want her to tell me everything so I can write it all down.
Okay. Then I think Tanner, you need to go to the big top because you are going to be someone that's pressing for questions. So with Keegan.
Ask!
Keegan will be there to advise
Keegan will be
you.
there too.
Okay.
Jeez, yours is like. Well, also like I don't know. I have the higher charisma. Also, I think.
Tanner, are you going to the big top?
Yes, I don't have any other choice.
Okay. We'll start with
I
fortune
got
teller.
fucking piss.
I don't want to see your screen.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here, wait.
Yeah.
Can we move the table to like a more central location?
Let me make sure that it's still
as long as you guys
recording.
roll the dice for me. Then,
Okay,
alright.
can you just move whatever?
All right. So, Teia,
Fuck, I don't remember too much.
do you want a little?
Okay.
John, can you kind of catch her up on like your notes, really?
Refresher.
Yeah.
Just everything that happened, like with the dream, and that might concern the.
Ah,
fortune
yes.
teller.
I actually rewrote the dream because I had to write it down because I didn't have it in
I
a
have
document.
everything you said.
I know, but I can I will explain it directly just so it's all fresh. Why
I
are you
remember
opening?
the dream. I just don't want to fuck anything up, and I want to
Also,
be able to
John,
ask
what should I
questions
ask
that are
the-
really inquisitive.
Okay, so
Lotus Brothers.
a retelling of the dream. Because again, I wrote this all down a bit more. It's a bit more rough since last time. You were at the top of a hill. Everything around you is dead. The grass is brown, and the great tree before you has all its leaves gone and fallen, and it looks very gnarled. Behind it, there's a forest and mountains. There's smoke rising from them. The sky, which is pigmented the same as the smoke, a dark gray, like poison, almost, like seeping into this like beautiful reality that you guys have known. The sea is red, a deep maroon, washing the sky and land with an eerie-ish glow. The moons are nowhere to be seen. You feel as if you aren't alone, but yet you cannot take your eyes off the scene before you. A woman in a white dress is on a large black slab, unmoving as if pinned there, but with no visible restraints. 3 figures are standing around her. You cannot distinguish their features. This woman looks at you, her eyes boring pits into your soul, drilling sorrow into your heart. Her skin is pale and like porcelain, her eyes an icy blue, and almost a bit large. She doesn't look exactly like anything you've seen before. Kind of almost an elf, but much, much more beautiful, and these eyes are so important, so entrancing to you. I mean, just they're gorgeous. You can almost see the sky in them. And her hair is a dark black, as if made of a raven's feathers. The sadness, the sorrow, the terror in her soul is so great that you can feel it just pooling inside you, and this dread continues to grow, just spreading throughout your body. The figure closest to her and closest to her chest suddenly makes a movement that caught your eye, and slowly raises up their dagger. It seems to be made of a darkness, a metal, that is very much alive, with an electric blue vein running through it, pulsing with energy. The figure brought down the dagger and forced it into this woman's chest. Your eyes trail to her face to watch a tear fall and her whisper only one word. Help. And the dream ends.
Edgy.
Dank memes.
I brought all my tinsel stuff.
Yes!
Jesus,
All my
Anteia.
tinsel stuff. The stuff Tinsel's ever said
Oh,
to me.
yeah.
I brought it all. I kept it.
There should be plastic cups.
Sorry.
So are we at the fortune tellers right now?
You were coming back from the hill.
didn't we go
'cause
to-
went there.
You are shopping. He's
Yes.
shopping.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Wait, hill. We went to a
Absolutely.
hill. Did we see a tree and an altar?
Yeah, you saw a tree and an
You
altar,
saw
and a
a
leaf
tree.
fell from the tree.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Fuck, and we have 2 weeks until the festival ends. And am I okay? We did this last time where Tanner was allowed 3 help questions from everybody else. Am I allowed like to ask John if he has any questions I should ask?
I'll allow 2,
Okay,
Keegan, what are you
but
doing?
it can only be used during it.
like
It's
during
2 times.
talking.
During talking to the fortune
Yeah,
teller.
that's okay.
So, Teia, you are going to enter the fortune teller.
Before she does that, can I just make a perception roll just on the area around the fortune teller, just for anything?
Go ahead.
Anything? 14 plus Perception is +4, so 18 on perception.
The wood that the wagon is made out of seems off.
Off how?
Nice.
Just it just looks strange to you, kind of like as if you've never seen anything like it before.
Man, this wood seems off.
Man, this wood is just weird.
Does it seem magical in
also,
any way?
You're not really sure. You do notice that there are sigils carved into it, but that is written in chorus. So, you can assume that it'd be an advertisement. Yeah, she can read it, which is, she can tell you that it's just an advertisement.
Yeah.
but
It literally
they're
doesn't
they're
mean
carved into
shit.
the wood.
John, I have
I remember
identified.
that. I remember being told that it doesn't mean anything.
R.I.P. I'm at the wrong place.
Okay, so you two are going to the big top. They two are staying. He's shopping. Okay.
Wait. Where's Artie's character? Is she going to the big top too? Because you mentioned something about her leaving.
I think
Artie was going to the big top with them. Yes.
Okay.
Because that was what was planned previously. Alright. So, are you gonna enter the fortune teller?
Yup. Nah, I'm just gonna sit around outside.
I'm not actually gonna go inside.
Nah, I don't
So,
want to talk to
you will
that
go
bitch.
into the fortune teller, and she'll kind of do the same thing as last time. You notice the same sigils, and she'll basically
whole spiel.
say that she's glad that you came and no one else. Tinsel also did not come in.
I know, Tinsel
Tinsel is-
never goes into the fortune teller.
Tinsel, like, fuck that shit.
Is Tinsel
Tinsel's like, man, fuck that
Tinsel is
bitch.
outside with you.
Tinsel's like, man, fuck
Is he
that
like,
bitch.
is he like on my shoulder or is he just on the ground? Like,
On your shoulder.
Okay.
Tinsel's like, man,
No,
fuck that
Tinsel's
bitch.
gone because he is the
Tinsel
fortune
just
teller.
sneezed on you.
Dude, now you have the black plague, bitch.
Alright.
Got him.
Literally, what is it? Fucking shit. Hold on, I'm blanking. Alternate ending. Tinsel just gives us all the black plague.
You're all just like dead. That's the
We're all
tragedy.
fucking
Okay,
dying.
so you're in the fortune teller. Let's
Okay.
Let's get this show on the road.
Let's get this show.
Like, finale.
Okay. So is she just waiting for me to talk?
She'll greet you. The picture that I have for Tinsel's Adventures, like the playlist picture, is really cute. It's a rat holding a tiny teddy bear.
That's
It's
amazing.
really cute.
I'm just picturing the giant rats from Nightshade.
Fuck.
I've been watching Rick and Morty lately, so I'm picturing the rats from Rick and Morty.
I'm picturing the rats from Princess Bride. If anyone has
Oh
seen that.
yeah,
Oh,
those,
the
those
The
things
swamp
are fucking,
rats.
When I was a
The
kid,
rouse.
when I was a kid,
The
those
rouse rats
shits
have been
terrified.
universal.
Literally saying that whole scene where he's getting attacked, like I just shit my pants. Like I literally was just like, fuck.
Watching
fuck,
it now,
fuck.
it's just like, why was I scared of this?
It's like,
Wait,
dude, that's
what?
not
Princess
your
Bride.
rubber suit.
Oh, the RUSs.
I
Yeah.
mean, your imagination
The RUSs.
is a lot more of the...
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you
Rodents of unusual size?
I know!
I don't think they exist.
Your fucking pants.
I love your pants so
Don't
much.
shit on my pants!
It's like
Don't
you're
shit
wearing
on
a
my
dress, but you're
pants.
not. They're pants.
Okay,
But I'm gonna.
Yeah, the crotch.
We are in the
literally
fortune
just- the
teller
crotch
now.
goes all the way down
Dude,
to
it's
my
the
knees.
They're
Aladdin
Aladdin
pants.
pants.
They're Aladdin pants.
fortune teller greets you.
I burp.
She's like,
JK.
wow,
She's
she
like,
kills you.
Fucking bitch, she kills me. How dare you release your gas in my chamber? Haha, gas chamber.
Also, to remind her of what the
Auschwitz
fortune
was an
teller
inside
looks
job.
like, you don't know.
We
She's
don't know,
covered
'cause
in
she
a
has
purple
the purple
veil.
thing,
She's
yeah.
wearing just exquisite clothing.
But we did.
I mean, like, made of fabric that looks so incredibly
Yeah,
soft.
yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's crazy. It's just, it's so pure, it's so good.
Pure memes.
It kind of, also, as you look around for your second time being here, everything seems to be very, very, nature-y in some senses, which sounds weird. But you
She's
notice this
Pan.
is a druid. Anyways, Teia, go ahead.
Repeat that last thing again.
Literal pan.
Hmm?
She's a druid.
No,
No.
it's like, as a druid,
As
you
a
would, like,
druid, I
notice
would
all
know
this,
that.
like,
Okay.
kind of nature-based things.
Right.
She's actually pan.
Anyways,
Pansexual?
No,
Pan,
the
the
god
god.
pan.
Oh.
The nature god.
Okay.
Your god.
So, I'm gonna take, okay, everything I'm saying in the story is actually a lot more elegant than it's gonna come out of my mouth because I'm not good at that. So I'm guessing you know everything my rat tells me.
of course.
And I'm guessing you already know about the dream that my company and I collectively had last night.
Of course.
There's something.
Okay, guys, please focus.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Can I be writing this down because she's telling us?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
so she, in the last message Tinsel sent me, was she the woman in the dream?
Yes.
Okay.
Tinsel is a boy.
I know
You know
Tinsel's
this,
a boy.
for
No,
fact.
I know Tinsel's a boy. I'm aware Tinsel's a boy.
On an unrelated note, I caught a Rattata in Soul Silver Nuzlocke and called it Tinsel.
Keegan, no one cares.
Keegan, you're gay.
Anyways,
Okay. As
I know much more than your rat does.
What?
Guys,
Ah.
they're good.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Did you hear what she said? She said the fortune teller knows much more than Tinsel does.
Yeah.
The fuck?
How can you know more than God himself?
Okay.
Wow, we have an egotist over here.
Does Tinsel know why she needs us?
Yes.
Because it's fucking Quetzalcoatl.
Can I call in for 2 questions from John?
Go ahead.
Do you have any suggestions, John?
I suggest using one right now, and
Okay,
then
you
You like ask.
No.
I literally,
Can I step out and ask a question?
I have notes on little sticky notes.
That's irrelevant as of now.
What?
That's not
What?
we need to
Who
know.
is Tinsel?
That's
Tinsel's my fucking rat, bro.
Oops.
I feel like that's
fuck?
the only answer
Tinsel.
we'd get anyway, so don't
What?
actually ask that.
What?
Who's
Tinsel's
Tinsel?
your rat.
Tinsel's your
Did you hear
rat.
about
It's
the
like,
guy?
I feel like we need to confirm that the Lotus Brothers are the figure. 2 of the
but we
figures.
can't. We're the Lotus Brothers, 2 of the figures in the dream.
Cost of price.
Boom. Wait, what? Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! I remember this from last time! I kept trying to ask questions, and she kept saying, like, give me a price. And I'm like, what's your price? And she's like, I don't know. How bad you want it? And I'm like, what are you asking for here? And she's
Oh,
like...
no. I was one who was like, I'm really tempted to pay this extra price.
And I told you no, fuck off. And you're waiting
I don't
outside.
want to cut my hand open and just...
Okay, so, is the kind of price I would need to pay the same price the 2 princes paid?
Could be.
That's a bitch-ass cop-out answer.
What was the answer?
Could be.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You decide the price. Based on that, I give you
I'll
information.
give you my penis.
Oh,
give her
okay,
a
so the
random
bigger
amount
the
of
price.
money.
No, it's not money. She's not interested in money. Because the first time we came there, remember, Tanner dropped a shit ton of money in there, and she didn't give anything more than what we had already gotten.
Yeah.
Coming from a rich family, I'm very materialistic.
Oh, I know.
I just love that Tanner's anything John's doing.
I totally forgot that John literally just knew.
Oh, I know.
Sexuality.
I'm not currently at the liberty to devote.
What are we judging?
Only if they're an arbiter who's also
A decision made a long time ago, and a price that must be paid from it.
Yeah, yourself.
I really don't.
Who was the one paying the
Listen,
price?
listen, please.
Who was the one
Listen, please.
paying the price? Was it the lady
So
in
you
the
like dicks, but
dream?
you don't- That's the bitch-ass thing you said.
Partially.
Partially.
That's what she'll say.
What the fuck?
Are the other okay? So if she's only partially the person that's paying the price, who's the other person that's paying the price? Or she's the other thing or entity or something that's paying the
It
price?
could be more than just one other thing.
That's what I'm saying. So I said like entity. Who are the others?
That will cost you.
Fuck.
You fucking bitch.
This is valuable. You guys will figure this out. Like, it's part of the story. Like, there's only so much that you can ask a fortune
Like
teller.
to say,
She will say, and make a point, that none of you are paying a price. None of you are.
What?
This was made a long, long time ago.
like
So-
us as a
Let's
group.
reg up that
But
bill.
But it will be paid soon.
The price.
The price
whatever
is
it
much
is.
bigger than you will expect.
Okay.
All your dreams are correct.
Okay.
I didn't mean that to make that rhyme, but it did.
That's why I'm gonna
But
die soon, 'cause I want to die.
you must remember, all your thoughts are misgiven, and think very, very, very carefully of the actions that you make over the course of the next 12 days.
Right. Because remember, we're only 2 days into the 2 weeks.
That's also just kind of a reminder of what she said last time.
What did she say last time? That we had 2 weeks? Or was what
She
did say
made
last
point to
time?
say 12 days, and you were like, I never said 12
Oh,
days.
and I said that's right, because she was like 12 days, and I was like, I never said 12 days.
She's like, I know.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
fucking know. I'm not that stupid. I'm
Right.
the fucking fortune teller. I'm a god.
So we're not paying the price, but the price will be paid soon.
So why do we give a
Yes.
shit?
Well,
Because it could affect us.
Gee, I wonder.
Even though we're not the ones paying the price that's paid could be affecting all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
I'm just here to fix my.
If we're the quote-unquote arbiters, the people who are making the decision.
I'll change that a little bit.
Fuck up. You're so weird with your hair covering your face as you say that.
She won't really directly say that you guys aren't paying the price.
She just okay.
She kind of touches on it. It's not like it's kind of an indirect like yeah, it's a very indirect way of saying it. She doesn't like directly say like you aren't paying the price. It's more just like there are others paying the price.
Yeah, there are others paying the price, and we're like, okay.
And she seemed okay. Actually, no. I'm gonna change that. Erase what you have written for like that you are not paying the price. She will say others are paying the price, and seems to look like almost directly at you.
Well,
and end that that thought there.
Wait, you mean she's not making eye contact during this whole thing?
We can't see her.
So
you can't
rude.
see her, but during this, it seems to be specifically focused at you.
Specifically focused at me, and she's saying others are paying the price.
Basically meaning not Tay.
Let me die.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. All she said was others, and looking at me.
Tinsel's gonna fucking die.
I was just about to ask you, something about to happen to my rat? That's not a real question.
Gonna get fucking
would you like to ask your second question with John?
What was the first one again?
Believe about the Lotus Brothers.
Oh yeah. And that cost the price. Wait, so
it's fucking dumb.
Me paying a price for getting information is a different price than what's the decision making price. Okay.
Let's rack up this bill, guys. Pay those prices.
So we're the arbiters of an ancient decision, and
that's going to be made soon.
The price is now being paid
in 12 days.
Soon in 12. Yeah.
Soon in 12 days, specifically as an answer to that.
This is just me going off of just what's in my head. Why is the price being paid now and not when the decision was made? That might have been.
That's a good question.
That might have been a ramification of the decision.
Let's do that.
And I have other things to say. Like who, also there's we call in the question who made the decision.
We're making the decision.
No, the decision way back when.
Who paid the price?
Who is going to pay the price?
Because who made the decision and who pays the price are not necessarily the same beings.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a valid point.
Okay.
He can stop.
I mean, this isn't also just up to me. You guys can have input as well.
I'm gonna ask her a question. What color are her eyes?
Whose?
The fortune tellers. I'm asking the fortune teller, what color are your eyes?
She'll laugh.
Alright.
What is my fucking answer?
Hate my life.
And ask you, why does it matter?
Just curious, trying to get to know you, girl.
No.
Just trying to get to know you, girl.
My answer.
For a seer of futures, eyes are not something that is important.
I don't give a shit about your future.
So can you see?
Of course.
Okay.
You see in the way.
Not like future, like see in the future, but like can you physically see with your eyes?
Of course.
Okay.
Why was the decision made so long ago and the price only being paid now? And are the beings who made the decision and paying the price different entities?
Do we know the race of the Lotus Brothers?
You can't see their face.
Can't see the
They
face.
wear masks.
Ask what race they are. That could tell a
That's
lot.
irrelevant.
No, depending on what they are, they could tell.
I feel like that's
Not
irrelevant.
really.
That's called racial
It would be a valid
profiling,
question.
That's racist.
It would be a valid.
It would be a valid question.
Like, cause
I know, but I
I'll
assume-
allow you to ask
That's racist,
out of the
Calvin.
question.
Stop
Okay, everyone,
being
shush, please.
racist.
like
Out of the questions that are being discussed right now, I'm going to allow you to ask 2 of them.
Okay.
like Maddie,
So technically
I
3 in
assume
total.
the race of the town is primarily human, right?
Not
Of
necessarily.
the town itself, the circus, it's a mix of races.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because it's a magical being.
So judging
Is it
by
mostly
what
human
that she said
and-
that his
No,
question was a
it's
valid
people who are magic.
point,
It's a magic
Let me
festival.
finish.
I
People
feel
are
like
magic.
we
Humans are
could
inherently
ask
magic.
that.
It's mostly inherently magic race.
Because
What were
if
your
it's
2
a
years was the
But inherently magic races are dying out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is why.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, humans aren't.
Because magic is dying out.
It's
So if they're
Are
if they're of a magical race, they could be. There
Also,
could be
like-
ulterior motives.
We don't know how old they are, right? We don't know how old
We
they
know
are.
they're ancient.
millennia old.
So if they're like
Because
a
it
race that
happens-
does not live that long.
One thing that I'll point out is that the Lotus Brothers have been a thing since the beginning
Yeah.
of this
Like,
era.
They're ancient.
And also since
And-
they wear masks and you can't ever see their face, we don't
Like-
know that they're the same people every time.
If they're human, that's a
could be a
pretty big thing.
passed
Or if they're like a
down
tiefling
type.
or something else with like short lifespan. If they're an elf, that's kind of
No, these are like.
They're like 150,000 years.
100. How long? do elves
Elves
live?
are still under 1,000 ish.
They are.
Yeah.
They're about.
Elves
What
are
is the
like just
longest
about
living
a
race?
They
thousand.
also could be.
Elves.
They also
Fake
could be
elves?
supernatural or ultranatural beings.
Which live, I assume, much longer.
They could be just like entities.
Liches live forever, basically,
Yeah.
until you kill them.
Yeah,
So-
they're fucking liches. I know this. I know this, guys. Come on. They
But
didn't
then-
want me. They didn't want me fucking like being like.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I
fuck
remember
you,
that.
get out of my house.
You were in
All
their
right.
house.
Ask the two
No,
questions.
I mean, they said that.
Okay.
They're like, fuck you, get out of my house.
Tanner, please stop.
That's what it said.
So
I think your first one about the decision-making one, and then what race are the whatever there are.
the Lotus Brothers.
Those are the two questions we should ask. Okay, what race are the Lotus Brothers?
Oh wait.
The Lotus Brothers are not a race of this
Boom.
world.
Yep.
Knew it.
Back.
So yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So
But it doesn't.
In-
But that's not answering the question.
she's gonna continue.
Okay.
And yet, they are a
Fucking.
force of this world.
How did I know?
Oh, that's okay.
Wait, so could they be like?
That's
A lich isn't a
interesting.
race.
Could they be like a
Liches have no race.
element?
Are a force.
Okay, so I don't know too
Yeah.
much
Liches
about
have
like
no race because
what
they are.
actually exists.
Okay, ask your second question.
There's also
Discussion time will
Second
happen
question.
later.
Okay,
Discussion time will happen later.
Second question. Why is
Okay, so here, can I just ask the question and have it like go through her?
Yeah.
Just so the decision made a long time ago. Why is the price being paid now and not when the decision was made?
Because fate has decided it to be so. She
They can
puts
suck my ass.
heavy emphasis on this.
Any one particular part of that sentence, or just
the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Because fate has decided it be so.
Can you grab me a Beppis? Tanner, you're so dumb!
There's Beppis in the fridge that are probably really.
Oh
cold
wait,
right now.
bring me a cold Beppis, please.
Yeah. They're from the fridge.
I don't want no warm ass Beppis.
Warm ass Beppis
So-
is the best Beppis.
I put heavy emphasis on saying
no, they're-
because fate
they're-
has decided it so, and we, based on what Tinsel said, are deciding the fate. Does that mean we've decided that it's so?
Let's just let that go flat. So like flat Beppis.
Are you asking for this?
Yes.
Fate has its own will and how it enacts things. Any decision that you make to decide the fate of something was already pre-decided long ago.
Mm-hmm. What was the decision made?
Cost a price.
Kill myself.
But you will know. It will all become clear very, very soon.
Okay,
Oh,
then I'm
shit,
not gonna pay
Sherlock,
that. I'm
you
not
got
gonna
12
pay that
days.
price if it's gonna become
Oh wait,
very
we
soon.
We have a time constraint to do this. But honestly, ultimately, it doesn't really matter. We can do whatever the fuck we want, and it's still.
That's not true.
No.
That's not true.
That is not true at all. Because if you guys decide to be like, fuck this, it'll end.
Things are gonna end poorly.
Apathetic unless
Things are gonna end poorly.
involved. I don't give a shit.
I just want to know what's going on.
Oh, you will. All of you.
Is it
will.
gonna help me get my dad back?
Your dad's dead.
Leave your daddy issues out of this.
Yeah.
Dana. Is the dagger in the box?
What?
What?
I said, is the dagger in the box?
Didn't we ask that already?
No.
No.
Is the dream dagger in the box we delivered to the Lotus Brothers?
Daddy's having a fucking heart attack.
Yes.
No.
What?
Okay.
What is that?
Interesting.
it's gonna make sense. Like the second the big top scene happens,
Okay,
it'll make sense.
okay.
It'll make sense.
You don't have to say.
No, I know, but like it's. I'm
Okay.
pointing that out because I really hope you guys will make the connection because it's so good.
Oh, fuck. That was also a question.
What's in the box? That's not an actual question, but
Damn, we also passed that. Fuck.
what question?
Is the third entity in the
No,
dream
please don't, I
someone
don't
you've
want
already
to
come
talk
into
to you.
contact
Ooh,
with?
that would have been a good question.
She can't.
I know I can't ask that.
Fuck.
That would have been a good question.
What?
You guys,
Okay.
The third entity in the dream, because we also don't know if the two are the Lotus Brothers, because she said we have to pay a price. However, he said, is the third entity in the dream someone we've already come in contact with? And that would have been
You
good.
guys should really bring me back to all this shit so I can just use identify and
we
figure all
can't
this shit out.
ask that question anymore.
Because I have identify.
That's not.
You're shopping
Might
though,
not make a
Calvin.
difference.
I know.
That's not how that works either.
I can like look at the.
It works to a
identify the
degree.
altar.
Is that it, Teia?
I think.
Do you want a second to think and just
Can't-
process
can't
it?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
come back later?
Okay, yeah, we will come back. We'll do big top stuff. The big top stuff cannot affect any questions you ask.
I know.
You two,
So
like,
we
you
should
can
finish
take.
this now.
I think we should.
Because
finish
Okay,
it
yeah,
now.
then let's finish it now.
Effects.
Because it definitely will.
I can come back, John. I can identify the weird erection you found.
Will Tinsel be there in the end?
You're fucking gay.
Of course.
Okay.
The wood.
You're fucking gay, Calvin.
It's
Stop
fucking
making
Tinsel.
It's Tinsel the
I
Rat,
just
bro.
want to know if he's gonna
Calvin,
die or
stop
if he's
making
there until
dick
the end.
jokes.
Tanner.
Made that-
Tanner.
Will all of us be there in the end?
Of course.
Okay.
Maybe.
Unless one of you literally kill yourselves like before then.
This is sinister.
So, I'm gonna take my rope from my adventurer's pack and hang myself in the bathroom.
And I'm like, alright, you're dead. Like, good.
You're dead.
Watch the
Your
campaign
character
now.
fucking
Like,
died.
good.
Your
No,
character
I gotta roll a
fucking
d20, see if I actually do it, if I don't fuck it up.
You need to damage yourself.
You're you, Tanner. You're you. So you're getting minus 17 on that roll.
That's true, I
Yo.
can't win. I can't win.
Do we know what the god? This is just a general
Okay.
question. Do we know what the goddess Corimpare looks like?
Are there any like religious imagery or?
You would know for a fact that the woman that you saw in the dream is the goddess. Like, I mean, like,
know that for-
specifically you, Teia. I mean, like,
everything I've studied.
repeat yourself.
Are the three black entities the ones?
Black?
they-
That's really racist, Teia. I know. No, okay. I'll rephrase it and just be they're dark figures.
Are the three?
can't.
Are the three black guys? Are the three dark figures
Black guy's
also
gonna
paying the
fucking mug
price?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Am I gonna get fucking mugged?
Are they the ones getting?
That'll cost you.
Fucking Christ,
You know what?
I hate
Okay,
this bitch.
I don't think I have any more questions. I
hate
this
can't
bitch.
think of anything
She'll
else.
thank you kindly.
Fuck
And
this bitch.
there was hair in my mouth. And actually reach and kind of like shake, not really shake your hand, but grasp your hand. Her hand is gloved.
Oh, okay, of course. I was gonna
And
say.
just kind of cordially say goodbye to you.
Does her hand feel good on my skin?
Okay.
Roll the d20 to see if you flirt. No. Okay, so you are
Can I
out.
roll for
And
for a flirt check?
During this time, you will update Josh on everything that
Josh?
happened.
Josh Pico!
Josh! It's just.
Josh
fine.
Pico!
Can I just add in saying it was a pleasure speaking with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
It was a
Also,
pleasure
this
to
one-
talk
I just
All
want
of
to be
this-
hella polite.
All of this happened in course.
I know it did.
all of it.
I assumed.
It was,
I
it was
did.
a
And
pleasure
versus
speaking
the
with
last time where she seemed to be speaking in your head, this time it was verbal.
Verbal.
Oh,
yeah.
lit.
you. And Tanner, it was
Okay.
a pleasure speaking with you. Speech level 100.
Big top time, Tanner and Keegan.
After sneak attack, I want to. Can I just run to town and buy
Because
things?
I already fucking
Yeah.
went shopping.
We'll take care of the big top first, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need this
So-
guy's
God day!
you guys
I don't.
will
This
requ-
guy's so.
Oh.
you guys will request presents of the Lotus Brothers. It'll take a little bit.
This could be a fantastic
But,
date. I'm stoked.
You actually are admitted quite quickly, which is a bit different than you expected, because last time you had someone
I have
that brought you in. Like, I'm talking mostly to Tanner. You had a worker that brought you there.
Because I'm bitch, I'm gonna speak to these fuckers
But-
right now.
This time, it was just like a little bit, like, you were admitted a bit quicker. And you'll walk into their office, which again is this tiny, like, smaller big top that expanded to a huge room.
Yep.
Dude,
Like-
I love portals.
What's it called?
Can I
Like
go
the
off the
target.
assumption that they will be telling me all this, or do I have to wait?
Tell them, go ahead.
Okay.
Because it'll just save us time. It'll save me thought process.
Okay.
And
I know something you don't know.
all right, so you guys will enter the big top. The kind of less, like, the happy... There's the happy one and the sad one. Because they're wearing, like, the theater masks,
The
basically.
happy one is the one that talks more, and the
Yeah.
sad one is okay.
Anyways, so you guys will enter.
Kill myself, yeah.
They'll stand up and greet you cordially, of course. And they seem... Actually, both of you roll perception.
Business.
Perpetual! Perpetual.
Ah, yes.
I said perpetual a lot.
Can someone grab that? Reroll.
Let me grab my dice.
I said perpetual a lot.
Perpetual.
17.
Yeah.
Plus 3.
You notice they
Where did my
seem...
dice go? It's a gray dice patch. Okay.
They
Patch,
seem-
pouch.
Keegan, to you, they seem a little irked. Like,
Well,
kind of like
yeah,
a little...
I'm kind of a bitch.
Well, yeah, they don't like this guy.
By the tone in their voice, they're like, what's your business here?
Fuck
They just
you
don't
want?
seem very
Because
happy.
Tanner's back.
Well,
Guess who's back, motherfuckers?
The
They've never
boys
seen
are
you.
back.
I'm back. That's a 19 right there.
yep, you notice the
Plus
same
2.
thing. So they ask you what your business is here. Go ahead with your questions or whatever you need.
Boy, why are you so mad to see me?
Okay, Tanner, be more subtle.
I like how you're always serious about when other people are doing shit, but the moment it's actually your turn to shit, you weave to all hell.
Yep. Honestly, I don't even know why.
What do you think?
I don't even remember why I'm here. I mean, honestly, I don't remember. It's been too long since we've done this.
Because you hate
It's
them
been
and you
almost
wanted
a
to talk
year,
to the Lotus
Tanner.
Brothers.
It has been a year.
Yeah,
Oh my
October
God,
is when we
it's-
started this.
What the?
No,
October last
no,
year.
no.
It was last June.
It was June.
Was it?
It's been over a... What the fuck?
What?
It's been over a year since we did this campaign.
No, it hasn't! It was the start of the summer!
Yeah.
You guys are literally, like, dumb. Like, no, I love you all so much, but that was just literally...
Shut up, let me...
That's why I was so confused. I
It was, like,
Remember.
right at the end of school.
Remember.
It was the last day of school.
Yeah.
It was the last
We
day of
started this on the last day of school.
6:23. Yeah, yeah.
What
I
the
remember
fuck? It was a year ago!
I had the first time we were
You
here
guys'
all
sense of
together
time
in my
Gotcha.
baffles me.
No,
That
no,
was
that's
I know.
I was confused because I was thinking the first time we were here. all
I'm
here
I'm
together.
just
That was
dumb. I'm
October.
straight up just
Yeah, that was
stupid.
October.
Like I'm
That
actually
was October.
dumb. I legitimately.
That was
Okay, anyways, back.
I'm so
So also, I will allow Jaj and Teia to... Sorry I keep calling you Jaj. It's,
No,
just,
everyone
it's a
calls
meme.
him Jaj.
Keep going.
Just keep the meme real.
Jazz,
He
where's
ma-
I will let them influence what you guys ask a little bit, especially because Tanner doesn't really remember
I don't
terribly
remember
much.
Anything.
Tanner's a fucking idiot.
Well, I've been working for the
Okay.
past month.
Anyways,
Fuck you.
And I've been doing theater for the past month.
and I've been doing theater for the past
I
month.
care about me, and that's
I-
enough.
I have
Nobody.
Keegan's been swimming for the past month. Keegan's been playing
he's
drums
a
for the
bitch.
past
Dream
month.
swam.
Bitch.
Dream swam. Anyways,
Can we get back on topic?
So-
yeah, back on topic.
Before you do anything, I think it's really important to know why the box is so important.
Because it doesn't have the dagger in it.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Just
axe
reiterating that.
them up?
Do you want
just-
to axe them? Ha!
That's just me saying. But like, it's like since we now know that the dagger is not in the box,
What's in the
fuck's
box? It's a severed head.
then
I suggest
Also-
that's a good topic to start on.
Also, like, the Lotus Brothers aren't the fortune tellers, so, like, just asking
Yeah,
questions
they're
like that is
probably gonna
kind
get
of-
like pissed at us.
No,
like,
but,
why
like-
the fuck should we tell you?
I mean, but it's a good place
Not
to
a
start.
Yeah. I
We don't
agree.
have- I really don't think we have anywhere else to start with. We need to so just start by saying
I mean,
asking
I think-
why is the
okay.
box so important to you?
Tanner, if you
Yeah.
ask him a question, then shut the fuck up when he answers it. Just putting that out there, bud.
I was
Okay, anyways, let's not argue. Let's go.
I was about to start
Let's
my
go.
thought process.
Let's go.
It's okay.
Hey,
Then do it in your head.
Tanner
fuck
likes-
you.
Okay, can we
Hey,
stop getting off topic and actually just go? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is, last time I tried to use, like my status as an investigator of this, as an my status as an investigator and as a paladin.
They blew you off.
Yeah, they're like, I don't give a shit.
Then
Why
don't
not?
bring it up. Just don't bring it up.
But I have no influence. I have
Let
no
Tanner
bargaining
be
chips.
Tanner.
Then like he
Let his
asked the
own
question.
thought
Then
process.
then
He doesn't have any chips
Delve
either.
into
They don't
But
know
you don't-
anything about him.
You don't necessarily need bargaining to get
But
information.
why the fuck would they give us any information? if
But
we
why
don't have
wouldn't you
anything
just
with any value?
ask?
Then
Just ask.
ask.
Yeah.
We don't know which one.
Like, you also don't know if the
Just-
fortune teller's gonna give you any information.
Just let Tanner do
It's
it
your
on his
fucking
own.
job to give us information.
own
I know, that's why I'm telling you to ask!
What
these guys.
Tanner, she's planned out this entire fucking thing. I would trust her over anyone else in this
Like,
group.
literally, I thought you guys were gonna go on a different path, so I planned for that, but you're going literally right in the little footprints that I made out initially. So if you just fucking ask, everything will make fucking sense!
I'm so glad this whole thing's recorded, because I'm gonna love listening back.
I mean, literally, like, it's not that hard.
Tanner rolls nat 1, so it didn't even matter.
So just ask why the box is important to them. We need to start somewhere.
Okay.
As far as they know, I don't know about the box because they've never seen it before.
Yeah.
So you have to be the
Yeah,
one
they
to
don't
ask.
know.
And be professional about it.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how to be professional.
Oh my fucking god.
the
Just
job.
say, okay, listen. How I do this in campaigns
Guys,
is when I
he's
ask
scaring the
a
fucking
question.
dog.
Then get the dog out of here.
When I ask a question, I'm saying it this way. I'm saying these words, but I'm saying it, like, cordially, cruel, or, like, if I can't come up with the words and how I need to say them in, like, a nice way, is I'm gonna say it,
politely
like, I'm gonna
ask blank.
rephrase it differently than what it is,
And
you know?
Tanner, your character's from a royal family. You should know how to be.
Yeah, so just be like,
Yeah, but I'm not. So.
yeah, so just
We're
use
not our
that.
character.
You know how
To
be
your advantage.
professional.
Okay, so I'm
I'm not a
politely
6'2" skinny twig bitch,
Politely.
but that doesn't
Quote,
change
unquote.
anything I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
All right, let's get on with
Go,
this.
Tanner.
Let's get on. Come on.
Because we got a lot to cover. There's something big gonna happen soon.
12 days.
No.
Talk, Tanner! Oh my god!
Tanner, just ask.
Everyone just shut the fuck up.
Stop telling me to start talking.
I'm actually gonna shit my pants. Can you?
Okay, just let Tanner do his
shut the
thing.
fuck up.
Everyone shut up!
To speak!
Everyone let Tanner do his thing.
Can't.
No one say anything.
Quit rushing him.
Oh, thank you, Keegan. I appreciate it. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
Okay, stop.
Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
Okay, we're gonna use the dog as a sign that we're going a little too far. So if you scare the dog, come on.
Okay,
I can't.
okay.
I physically
We're
can't
gonna do
breathe
this right now?
I physically can't breathe.
Okay, everyone
Pretend he asked the question.
I want to know the exact question that you guys are asking, because what I say... Close your eyes, Tanner. Everyone close your eyes. On the count of 10, breathe in slowly. Don't stop breathing until I say 10, and we're gonna do the same thing on the way back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just go to 5.
5. Okay, and now we're gonna go from 5 back down to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Tanner. We're gonna use the dice bag as who is speaking at the moment. We're gonna do this because we're stressing people out. Tanner, if you have the dice bag, you can speak.
Oh, my head.
Raise your hand if you would like to request the dice bag, and when the talking is done, it will be passed to you.
Okay. So I'm gonna politely ask. Damn. I'm just doing exactly what you guys told me to
Yep,
do.
Just
I
so
know.
you're doing.
I'm laughing for completely.
Do any of you have the dice bag?
I feel like I'm in kindergarten again.
I know.
But yeah, so
I'm
I'm gonna politely
retraining
ask.
this.
What's?
Why? Ask why the box is important.
John, you
See, I was gonna phrase. No, I mean no. That's important stuff.
Yeah.
Calvin, you shut the fuck up.
It's my house, motherfuckers. Like that.
If it is not directly pertaining to the campaign in the second, do not speak.
Yeah, said please.
Because they're not going to tell you.
And
what's
Tanner
in
loses
the
focus very quickly, so
Yeah, that's
let him.
probably true. So I mean, I was gonna ask, what's in the box that is so important?
They're not going to tell you what's in the box. But just ask why it's so important to them, and then we can go off of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna politely ask why the box is so important.
As you well know, what we use, it is what we use to enact the festivities, the transitioning of eras. Now,
Wait, but if they've only existed since the beginning,
Just
how do they
keep, hold on, let her keep going because that's...
because there's
what they're going
there's
to use.
there's
know?
two
But they said that
moons alignment. There's two. The moons align twice, each era.
Once in the middle and once at the end.
Once at the beginning and once at the end. It's 2 years apart. It's 1 year before it ends and 1 year after the next one begins.
Yeah, but how would they know that it's what they always use? If it's only been done once before. As far
In
as they
each
know.
era.
Each
As
era.
I've said
They might be
in the very
successful.
beginning,
Okay.
there's
Okay,
always
so
an
it's past that.
overarching entertainment group
Yeah.
that hosts
Okay.
these festivities run
Okay, that
by
makes
2
more sense.
people.
That makes sense. I just didn't make that connection.
I suggest writing that down, John, because I feel like you guys keep brushing over that.
So,
I told you in the
hold
very
on,
beginning.
Restate that. There's always...
There's always a festival group, like a circus group that runs these
I
things.
think I might have already written that down at the beginning. when we
Jesus
talked about
Christ,
that.
that's a lot of notes.
He's got a
Well,
lot.
is blank.
That runs these things,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
always run by 2 people.
2
Yeah,
people.
so been around as long as people can remember, and the entertainers are always 2 brothers.
2 people.
2 people.
2 brothers.
She,
Oh, it is
yeah,
always
she
two
said that
brothers?
they were brothers at the beginning.
Do we know whether or not it's the same brothers?
Probably.
I mean,
not.
all the
Probably.
circuses go by different names, so you would assume
That
not.
doesn't mean they're 2 different people.
It
And that doesn't mean
but
that
it
they're
doesn't.
people different.
Anyways.
It doesn't, but it's
Ow.
irrelevant
So-
at this point.
He will question you and say, why the sudden interest in our box?
Well, and so I'm gonna just jump in. So you said that what is in the box helps them.
It is the
Transition.
item that enacts the transitioning of ages.
Oh, okay. Tanner, keep going. I just need to ask for noteworthy purposes.
So I'm trying to think how to phrase this because I want to express that I've learned that something.
Say it. Just say it doesn't have to be phrased properly.
Yeah, no, but
Whatever you ask next, unless it's entirely off
Well,
track,
no,
will be
right-
answered with a very specific answer, and you'll understand in a
Well, I
moment.
mean, right now, I mean, I'm answering the question because they asked me why.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I'm saying what you say doesn't matter. Like,
It doesn't.
I mean,
matter.
it does matter to a
To a
degree.
certain
Just say it. Just spit it out.
So, we're trying to stop the end of all existence at the end of these 12 days. There are.
Don't say anything about the end of the world or 12 days or anything of that sort
Don't
because
get suspicious.
yeah, they'll get suspicious. Don't give them any information.
That's why I'm saying
That
I just
could,
have an
like-
interest in
Yeah,
what it entails.
that could indict them
Okay. Yeah, I'm
because they can get defensive very fast.
If they get defensive, we don't know how powerful they may or may not be to eradicate us.
So just
Well, no, they're clearly really powerful, and they're like, you
yeah,
don't want to fucking
but
flex that.
just mention that you're interested in the end of the festivities or the transition.
The transition of eras.
Yeah,
that hurt a lot more than I was expecting.
Okay,
just yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say that. I mean, I'm interested in the end of the festival.
Transition.
Well, how interesting that you would bring it up at such a time, because we
You mean
found
the end of the
that the
festival.
contents of our box have been stolen.
What the fuck? So
And-
I had asked what's in the box and say literally nothing.
Okay, sorry. I think Teia made the connection I need.
What?
And we were actually going to ask around since you have proven that you are obviously suspicious of us and may try and inhibit us from enacting our duty
What?
to this world. So, we ask you, Paladin, and they actually kind of say this both at once.
What
In
the?
unison?
We
Fuck.
ask you, Paladin, and then it's back to it. It was the happy one talking. They say that together, and then now it's the sad one, and
fuck?
he's like, "What is your business with the contents of our box, and have you stolen it?" Because right now you are a prime suspect,
Oh,
because you have shown such a glimmering interest in
What
it,
did I miss?
and in us, and the festivities. Are you trying to inhibit things from happening?
this is how
Okay,
we
so
all
put
speak
that-
in
put
court.
that-
Yes.
That's actually
and
the
they'll
highest
say-
form of proper speech.
They'll look at you and say, unless you can prove that it was taken otherwise or find it and return it to us,
Boy, I ain't sure
paper for.
Then
Don't say that.
then you are our prime suspect. And
You have no proof
until
that I did. I have all the proof that I did not.
And what is your proof?
I do not have it.
I suggest you find it.
Or what?
Well,
Or
I'm genuinely interested in what was in the box, and I would like to help you find it.
I appreciate your help greatly. We have asked
I don't
and
take
interviewed.
this.
Literally, they will just immediately, because you're like, I mean, again, they're suspicious of you. Actually, Tanner, roll perception on how they're behaving.
Where did my dice go?
Just roll d20s right there. Roll perception. Actually, you can as well, Keegan, since you're kind of watching all this.
That's an 8. That's not good.
1. No, re-roll it.
No,
Re-roll
on the
it.
table.
Yeah, just
Roll on the table. There's another d20 right there, Keegan.
Yeah, I just there's
15.
14.
Okay.
Plus,
Okay, so I got an 18, he got a 16.
He got a 16.
how do you know?
Because you have +2 to perception, right?
Keegan knows all of our stats. Okay, so
True.
Keegan, you notice that they seemed to already expect to be saying this. Like they kind of already knew that they would.
Like they're
No, I
looking
only
for.
have-
Like as if they
That was a
they
15.
knew that you guys would be here.
You only have +1.
That if they knew that you guys would be here. You can write that down. And okay, Keegan, can you re-ask what you just said? Because they're attention on him. Pass the dice back to Keegan.
Ow, that actually hurts a lot.
We have asked around and heard that there were suspicious figures wandering around.
Calling me suspicious?
And that they were seen here very, very early this morning as we were setting up for the circus for today.
Were they
And now the contents of the box are missing.
Were they
Were they?
tigers?
Were they?
They were not members of our circus,
Were
obviously
they-
visitors.
Fairly attractive young maidens who did
He
not
just
have
said-
any-
No, they're not the tigers. They're not the tigers. Again, the tigers was
Well,
me.
they
The
left.
tigers was me getting to know you guys as players. They will come back later,
Okay.
probably,
Maybe.
Now they're gone.
maybe. But for now, like they're not part of this main story arc.
Okay.
And so they'll basically ask you to investigate what is going on. And ask around, see if you basically run an investigation as to what has been stolen.
Looking for?
They said they said people. Like
No, like the contents of the box. Do we know what we're looking for? 'Cause
you
the
will
box
know
has these set-
when you find it.
They'll be glowing.
Hey, baby.
So I would not take kindly as being completely ignored, especially after being.
Okay,
accused
I
of
mean
something
you're
so
being true to your
gross.
character, so go ahead.
Fucking
Are you gonna? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to be like, why would you think it's me? Why would you assume it's me?
Because of your aggressive attitude towards us and this circus.
Gain from this? What would I have to gain from?
You brought suspicion towards the murders of 2 nobles of our area. And now you're taking suspicion towards something so vitally important in an artifact.
But what? I have nothing to gain from stopping you from completing the rituals. There's nothing.
They don't know that.
We don't
I
know
have
that.
Nothing to gain.
We don't know that. Now,
I am.
since it has been decided that your friend is that your companion has agreed to help us, we will ask that both of you get ahead on the investigation and leave our chambers. We will be keeping an eye on you, Paladin. They'll say this in unison again, and now it'll switch back to the happy one. And he'll say, and we expect to hear news from you soon, or else action will be taken against you.
Are you threatening me now?
I wouldn't take it as a threat, but more as a warning.
A threat.
That's all.
Get out, Paladin. They'll say that in unison again.
Yeah, you guys are bitches.
Hey, I haven't left yet. You did.
They wanted
I was
Tanner
about to say,
leave.
Keegan, what the fuck are you taking up his words? Shut him the fuck up.
I have to apologize for my acquaintance. He.
Roll for charisma.
Make a charisma check.
Make an apology check, which will use your charisma modifier.
cost 3, so 5.
They'll kind of just be like, it's alright.
Sorry about that.
Hey.
He's like, yo, dudes. Sorry, my bro.
You guys all watching God and you're like, dude, my B.
And they're like, I suggest you get a headway on your investigation.
Okay.
And basically, like, say, like, get out.
Okay,
But in a
Alright.
kindly manner, because you tried to
So are
apologize.
we? So have
No,
we met?
because they don't have anything.
Are we meeting back up?
No, but you just gave him a really shitty apology.
So
Like,
we're meeting back up.
yes,
So we're
you
going
should
to
be.
the big top now, right?
You are. Yes.
Okay, can we take a moment?
I fucking hate these guys.
We're gonna go to the tavern to recollect.
You're
Okay, before can we
loud
just take a
and
moment?
brash.
For what?
and
Just, like,
aggressive.
Tanner, you
Pause
need to stop
and
drawing
calm
their aggression,
down
or else
just
the
a
random
We're gonna start.
implications of what
No,
they
we're
take out on
calm
you
enough
could
right
be
now, and
taken
it
out on
like
us as
it's
well.
fine.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't give a shit.
Although, Maddie,
Well,
can we
yeah.
pause the recording?
I have nothing left to lose.
Okay, 1 second.
But we do.
But I mean, at this point, Mike, I don't have anything left to lose. I don't care.
But I'm saying the consequences of your actions could affect us in negative
Yeah.
ways.
Anyways, so you guys,
You're
you
not
guys,
rich, so I don't care.
you guys are all going to meet up at the tavern. Okay? Can we all agree to that?
Yes.
And you will
Yo,
get a
Dodgy
seat.
Baby, did you buy my dad's kit?
And you will kind of take a special interest in the musicians, the minstrels. Because I mean now you're regularly visiting this tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Tamina. You're like, and then you're like, oh my god, you're fake. Wait, what'd you say?
It's a
My character has a pretty
He's
good
talking,
knack for
sorry.
Okay.
drawing the
Anyways,
every
so,
ancient power there
you
is.
guys will kind of again take note of these minstrels. They're setting up to be playing, and you remember that the song that they played the last evening foretold the events that happened, and was almost exact.
Are they the
So-
same minstrels?
Yeah, they're the same minstrels. There are three of them.
We're like,
Oh, my boy!
Yeah.
So we're all back. We're all back at the
Hey, we all got it.
We're all collected here at the tavern.
So yeah, so you all have a table there, and you kind of everyone roll perception.
Oh, this is
I got.
easy.
I think my good perception roll was like a fluke.
6.
That's a lot.
20. Nat 20.
Not 20. Okay,
Let me do it too.
John, you
Let me
notice
do it too, just in case.
you notice that
Five.
two
That
of
was a
them
5.
are talking and kind of like laughing together like normal people would.
Yeah.
One is just setting up equipment and being very quiet and like not like obviously not talking to them.
Yeah.
But obviously is one of them.
As if ignoring them? Or...
No. He just doesn't talk.
Just occupy.
Isn't talking them. Yeah.
Persuasion.
Jesus.
Okay.
I got 14.
Calvin's persuasion bonus is
I assume
plus 8.
it doesn't.
Holy
Yeah, it's fine.
shit.
So I assume that like for. I mean, Jaj, I assume you'll just point that out to everyone, like what you
Yeah.
noticed. And so you guys are welcome to interact with them. I mean, they're not performing.
I could do that. That would be something for me to do specifically.
Yeah.
Because you're a performer.
Yeah, because I'm.
I mean, really, and all of you could go up because
Yeah.
I mean, you've listened to their
I feel
music
like we
before.
should
It's
do it.
good
I would
music.
go up
Like,
and give him like 20 gold pieces. It's like, hey guys.
so are you all just gonna go up to them
I'd rather wait and listen and talk to them
Yeah.
afterwards.
That might be
after their performance, or?
Yeah.
I mean, there's like this.
There's nothing happening. So
Yeah, there's nothing happening. Like this is again
Dude, like,
downtime.
no-
Send like 2 people
Don't
up and have the rest
worry
of us hang
about it.
out.
I'm gonna be going up. I'm gonna be going out. Giving them
Okay.
I'm gonna order a pint of Beppis,
Okay, you'll get
Because I
some
know
Beppis.
businesses don't make much
Um,
money.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a little bowl of it for Tinsel.
Can I get a small bowl of Beppis for my rat?
For my rat.
For my
Um,
rat?
Can I get Beppis on that Beppis, please?
Yeah. Well, make
Extra
sure to put extra. Would you like extra Beppis or extra Beppis?
Extra
Can
Beppis.
And would you like Beppis or Beppis for that?
Beppis.
Okay. Cool.
While they're going up, I'm going to be monitoring their actions, specifically the third one.
So really the third one?
Who's just
Okay, so
Sports and
um,
outdoors, Beppis,
here, wait. So who do we have going up?
those 2
Tanner.
right now.
Would any like literally like you guys can send more than one like 2 people up?
I'm gonna be all you need.
I wanna go up
I'm
too.
gonna go up even if I don't.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
up with
I
a
wanna
giant
ask
pint of
them-
Beppis in my
Okay, so
hands.
John, you will stay back at the table and watch what's
I'm
going
staying
on.
back at the
Because
table
the
and just.
antisocial prick
Yeah.
of our group.
I'm just
Actually-
gonna
Yeah.
be watching.
I'm gonna stay
Okay.
with John.
So you're gonna stay with John?
I'm gonna
Okay.
ask
So
them
you
who's
3 will go up.
constructing their. Yeah.
Well, okay. So you
If
you
if
3.
they're doing it on their own.
Okay, I understand what you're
That's
asking.
a very specific. That just
Yeah.
means it's coincidence. But somehow,
necessarily.
well, not
Or
coincidence.
So,
Jesus is
guys,
one of the
guys,
very-
guys.
Jesus is the lead
Tell me
singer.
you're overthinking this.
Yeah,
Jesus is
you're
the
literally
lead
like,
singer.
Well, if someone's telling them to play a song that very specifically of his thing, depending on who that is, that could be Very
The
interesting.
Lotus Brothers are telling them.
Okay, anyways, so you guys will go up. Tanner, you will give them 20 gold.
Yep.
And you'll basically kind of introduce yourselves. The two that were talking very lively will come up to greet you, and the other one will kind of like slow down with his stuff.
You mean the gay one?
Like the quiet one will slow down with what he's doing so that, you know, he's kind of paying attention to what's going on. They're all men. And two of them come up and they introduce themselves, and they are kind of like the minstrels that live in this town. And they explain, like, you know, that they've been doing this for years. Yeah. They introduce themselves as Rosemary,
They're men?
Sage.
That's gay.
Literally, all of them are just Avery.
Well, I mean, honestly, actually, no. Rosemary will be a girl. It doesn't really matter, because, like, I mean, all the songs...
You already said they were...
All the songs that they've had,
It's
like...
canon.
Listen, all the songs that they've, like, made, or all the songs that I have on the list are all sung by men.
Okay, so it doesn't really
So, I mean,
matter.
it just, like... I just said men, because it's
Say they're all
easy.
men.
Gay.
Rosemary and Sage.
That's cool.
And then
We're accepting here.
they'll point at the guy at the back, and we're like... I don't really know his name. And they'll kind of, like, chuckle, like, a little bit. He's been with us since basically the beginning. We regular this tavern.
They work with this guy.
Since we
They've been
moved here.
working with-
And decided at one point that we wanted to start performing, since there weren't any regular performance groups and they would only happen occasionally. And he performed one night on the piano, and it was beautiful. And we came up and asked him to join us. And he agreed to do it, but he doesn't speak. He doesn't talk.
He's a mute.
Not necessarily.
He's never spoken a word to us. And we used to have a fourth member. His name was Parsley.
Oh my god! Maddie, stop!
No, there's a very specific reason as to why their names are such.
Or spices.
And
Are they the Spice Girls?
oh my god! Let me finish.
Sorry.
So
You just got me with the spicy boys.
Pars passed away a few weeks ago. He became very ill. And they'll basically explain that since he was the percussionist, Pars was, that
The drummer died.
the pianist, the mute one, he's taken over as their percussionist and keeping the beats and keeping the time.
So, has decided to stop playing a real instrument.
And he also writes all of our lyrics. And that's... He's never really found... I mean, he's never spoken to us. He's never really told us his name. We, you know, since it's kind of our thing to be named after a spice, we call him Time.
Why did I
Thyme.
Yes, we know how to spell time. We get the pun.
Well, no, it could have
Because
been
he's
spelled
keeping
Time.
time.
They could have, like...
Mhm.
Oh!
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, that
They did
wow,
it.
that went way over my head.
Alright.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Here, wait, let me make sure that I have everything
what
covered,
a
because I have this all
time.
written down. And also, when they are talking about Pars, they're talking as if it's not like a goodbye, but as if they'll see him again. They'll again thank you greatly for the 20 coin, you know, because this is their living. This is all they do.
I got my boys. Got my spice boys.
Did the mute do anything? Like do anything unusual?
He was just setting up.
No. He did come up to you guys after they kind of introduced him, and he shook your hands.
Can I actually, like,
Did he
try to
smile?
talk to him?
Sure.
Can I, like...
Did
Is
he
it just
smile?
gonna be, like, an auto-fail, or can I try and roll?
You can. Okay, you don't need to roll to talk to someone. Just
Did he
if you.
smile?
Okay, can I ask him, like, where he gets...
Yeah, he gave you, like, a nice, like, hey, what's up?
Lyrics.
What?
Can I ask him where he gets his inspiration for his lyrics?
He's not
He'll kind of give you a knowing smile.
The mute
Time
writes
writes the lyrics.
He'll kind of give you a knowing smile
talk.
and tap his head, his temple.
God,
Ask
I
him-
could have gotten
ask
read
him-
mind!
Ask him if he can speak.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask.
Rosemary will interrupt you and just be like, okay, actually no, like you guys will kind of understand, like from what Rosemary and Sage said, that he can't speak.
So he
is a mute.
Well,
As far as
they know, he is a mute. That's what they're saying, and and also like this is like in a normal everyday thing. If someone that you suspect is a mute, you're like, "Can you talk?" That's just like a rude thing to say. So like then they'll be like, "We gotta start. We have a performance soon."
That's all.
Okay, so you guys will go sit down.
I gave them the money. I'm good.
And now is a little bit of discussion time. I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that, and then we will continue
What
on.
other powerful entities are there that I could piss off?
Did you just say that out loud?
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
god.
surprised you haven't pissed all of them off already.
I swear to God, if there are more to piss off, you'll have a knife in your back before you can.
Please.
Well, regardless of his social ineptitude, it's always nice to see you again.
Oh god.
I need to give John you get my ring.
You get a...
Oh, right. Plus
Yeah.
1. Where is it? Where I have it?
You
A
get
ring
a
that gives you a
plus
+1 strength check.
Dude, nice.
All
Can you
right,
hand me a
Calvin,
pencil?
what did you buy?
A
Keegan,
+1
can
strength.
you
I
hand me my
got
pencil?
potions,
Not my
and I
pencil.
just gave him my kit. My disguise kit. Because I have disguise stuff, so I don't need it.
Cool.
So I got a total of +5 to my strength roll.
It's fun.
Is Beppis Cafe only one story, or is there another? Or is there?
There's an inn attached to it.
Okay. That makes
Oh,
sense.
okay.
So
So
multiple
Yeah.
stories.
I'd assume that's. Where
I'm
we're
guessing we're
staying.
staying at the end. Yeah.
Tanner.
You would be rooming elsewhere. You'd be rooming with the circus.
Yeah.
Get out of my
But like,
sight.
so this tavern has, I'm assuming, 2 floors above ground and a cellar, right? That's safe to assume.
Yes.
So, okay.
I mean, like a cellar for storage of food and
Wine.
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Wine,
specifically alcohol. Specifically alcohol.
No, specifically Beppis. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
There's
Yeah,
no
there
wine.
isn't. What's
There is
alcohol?
only
It's
Beppis.
Beppis.
It's
Beppis.
Beppis.
There is alcoholic Beppis, but it's still.
No, it's just
It's
Beppis.
just Beppis.
There's
It's
Beppis,
hard
Beppis,
Beppis.
Beppis, Beppis,
It's
and
hard
Beppis.
Beppis.
No, but
No,
they also
it's
have.
just
Don't forget,
Beppis.
they also have Beppis.
Oh yeah, that too.
Do they sell food?
They
Yeah, they sell
bro.
Beppis.
Yeah, you can buy Beppis.
Beppis is also food.
Beppis is
Beppis
Beppis,
is
dude.
everything.
Beppis encompasses everything consumable.
What to
I
discuss.
need
Think
some-
over.
I mean, okay, I will make a point that you all will update everyone on
Yeah.
what has happened.
Yep.
We all know what everyone else knows.
Alright. I gotta leave. I gotta go to the fucking thing.
You're
Uh,
gay.
Oh yeah.
So, will you guys kind of finish then? I mean, are you sure there's nothing you want to discuss?
You should finish.
Tanner, shut up.
Finland's
I
a
feel
pretty
like
good
we
place.
should-
Oh wait, you can't leave yet, Calvin. We haven't played the song of the evening.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I just want to like talk about time. What do you guys think of those
yeah,
guys?
okay.
Mostly, just like
Time is an interesting concept.
What
Shut
is it? Does anyone have like
If he-
a sort of like way that you can identify
Okay,
or
here, wait.
read a
Teia,
person ability?
that's the picture. Adventure.
oh, that's so cute.
Oh shit! Oh
It's
shit!
just
Okay.
a rat hugging
Besides
a teddy bear.
perception. Besides perception, because we've already done that.
So I feel like Rosemary and Sage might be hiding something, but just judging by the things that they said,
Why would they hide?
I would say that Time was the mastermind in the group.
yes.
So like,
Well, he comes up with all the lyrics, and he came up with all those lyrics in the first song.
What
Do
were
you think they live at the tavern? Oh, we should have asked that.
Do you think that? Wait.
Yeah,
do you think,
they would. They would live at the tavern.
Okay.
Do you think that?
Again, they said that they were regular minstrels here.
Okay.
This is their living. The tavern basically gives them food and board
tavern's
for
the-
performing,
Their room.
Yeah.
and any tips that they get, like that's just they're spending money.
Could
Like, can John search their room
Jesus.
I need to know
Why?
where they were.
to see what's in there?
The
I
fuck,
mean,
yeah,
you
they're just,
you
they're
can
just
try.
trying to make a fucking living. Leave
Yeah.
them alone.
Yeah.
Do you,
let's listen to this song. I think,
Okay, so will you guys kind of finish up discussion then?
I've been trying to say something.
Okay,
this
then
entire
Teia, go ahead.
time.
Go
Okay.
ahead, go ahead.
Do you think that when who was it? You asked him where do you get your inspiration for your lyrics, and he smiled and pointed at his head.
He tapped his hip.
Right. I think that that could have any connection to the fortune teller, and maybe she's like, because remember, she can speak to us through our minds.
Yeah.
Do you think she might be telling him his lyrics?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Because she can like.
That feels like
I think he's a
that feels like
separate
it's something you could
entity.
assume, but that's a very just
That's
out
kind of
there
out of the
statement.
Baseline assumption.
Yeah.
but the thing is,
There's
it's
no way to
possible, but
actually
it's-
confirm that.
But it's possible, and I think we should hold on to the idea.
Alright,
Yeah,
then.
Maybe you could talk to the
I would
fortune
say
teller
he's a
again. Who
separate
knows?
Dude, we're probably gonna go back to the fortune teller.
We
every
can't
day.
right now.
Like straight,
Well-
we've gone to them like. Didn't we go to them like go to like
This is
3
we're
times in a
twice.
single
Second
day?
time.
Twice is when I went. That was the second time.
No, because there was one the
No.
previous day about the tigers, and then she
Yeah.
said meet at the
Because
tavern.
we went twice together,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've gone once alone. So yeah, we've gone 3 times.
Alright, I'm ready for a song.
Okay, so you guys will kind of die down conversation and listen to a song play. Again, these are entirely optional. This is just how this began, but this song, listen to lyrics. Also, I meant to print off the lyrics so that you guys would have a hard copy, and I still have them, like, on a document so you guys can look at them after it's played, but... I'll also be surprised if any of you recognize this song. I would expect either Keegan or Zhaj.
Definitely want to look at the lyrics to that song.
I'll reread them for those who didn't
missed
hear
a
it.
lot
Can you
of
reread
things.
like the part where they mention a woman? Because I quite understand.
I want to
Yeah.
hear the
So-
sentence after the sky was
okay.
gray and the sea was red.
Listen.
And
I couldn't
standing on a hill in the
understand
mountain of dreams.
Okay,
I couldn't understand a word that was said.
listen. Spent my days with a woman unkind, smoked my stuff and drank all my wine. Made up my mind to make a new start, going to California with an aching in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. Took my chances on a big jet plane, never let them tell you that they're all the same. Took my chances on a big jet plane, it's not really relevant. The sea was red and the sky was gray. Wondered how tomorrow could ever follow today. The mountains and the canyons start to tremble and shake as the children of the sun begin to awake. The sun, pretend that it said, like, dark or, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Or actually, no. That works. That's fine. We're good.
Yeah.
Seems that the wrath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it started to flow.
Blood.
I think I might be sinking. Throw me a line if I reach it in time. I'll meet you up there where the path runs straight and high. To find a queen without a king. They say she plays guitar and cries and sings. La la la. Ride a white mare in the footsteps of dawn, trying to find a woman who's never, never, never been born. Standing on a hill in my mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. Josh, do you have an email that I could share this to?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to keep
What is it?
looking at those.
So what you're saying is
I gotta
you
pee.
get
Don't click on any other tabs, because, like...
Yeah, I know I will.
and then just do something stupid.
But also, do you guys mind that, like, when I just play a song?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like
Again-
I feel like background tunes like that are just constantly there.
Oh,
would probably be a little.
I need. Oh no, this
almost.
is a Gmail.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
a very
this-
hard
no,
Without,
time
like, lyrics,
focusing on the
just
song
like-
lyrics.
just like
so like
calm-
it's actually
no.
really nice to hear them afterwards. Also.
Yeah. No, and I'm giving you guys the copy, because I assume also John would be making notes. And I meant to print all of this out for you, but it just, like, it wouldn't let me, and I'm like, well, fuck, alright. Also, so Teia, you would also have given this to John, so let me pull it up. The poem. The part of the poem that you know.
Oh, that's okay. So I was trying to, like, I remember little tiny things in the back of my mind. Like, I've heard that phrase before. I've heard that, like, the children
okay.
of the dark or whatever. I remember hearing that somewhere.
So
That's right, there was a
this
poem.
is the poem. She'll shed her tears and turn away. The sky will drain with her eyes, gray it will be. The sea will bleed with her pain, red it will become. When it is done, tomorrow could never follow today.
Boom.
The mountains and the canyons start to tremble and shake as the children of the dark are awake. They will laugh at her sorrow, a sharp-toothed grin on their joyous faces, and bring thunder, running across the storms, leaving in their wake chaos upon her land.
So
Yeah, share that with me as
quite
well.
a few of those things coincided with this.
If you'd like.
Well, shit.
Well, what I got from that was
Where did
actually
I get that
blackout
poem
drunk.
from? Oh, I remembered that poem.
Yeah. Also, Calvin, can you hand me some Oreos? During this time, when you guys are all at the tavern, Artemis's character will be with you.
Uh-huh.
She'll excuse herself right after the song.
Who?
Artemis's character.
Oh.
And go to her
Yeah,
room.
that's right. All right.
Okay, I want to go ask...
Ask
You can.
Time can't talk! I was gonna go see if I can ask Time if he had ever heard of my poem before. The poem that I recognized.
I mean, you could, like, go up to him and be like, excuse me, do you recognize this?
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I want to go up and ask Time and be
Should
like,
ask him if he knows the fortune teller too.
do you recognize...
Ask him if he knows the fortune teller too.
Hold on. I'm asking my question.
Yeah.
You can ask your question if you feel like it. I'm gonna go up and ask him if he had ever recognized this poem or this section from this poem, and I'm gonna recite it.
He'll give you, a knowing smile.
Oh, you stupid bitch.
He can't talk.
I know.
or just won't talk.
Can he write it down? Can he write his answer down?
Do you have a pad of paper?
You have a pad of paper with you?
Do you
I
have
just snap my fingers and
John?
oh, I run over, grab John's pad of paper and his pen, and run back.
No, I'm gonna give you a piece of paper because if you take my notebook, I'm literally gonna shank you. So I'll give you a piece of paper.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of paper from John and a pen. Don't lick me. and go over to Time and ask him if he knew recognized this section from this poem, and then recite it for him.
He'll just kind of like hold his hand up to be like, I'm not gonna write anything. So honestly, like you don't really know like if he's mute or if he even knows. Like, I mean, actually, no, he would know how to write because he writes lyrics.
Yeah.
But he basically he gives you the impression that he's like, I've already answered your question.
Yeah.
When he gave me the knowing smile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows that fortune teller.
He'll give you kind of like a frowning look, like.
The fuck?
Is there like any fortune teller in particular,
like what? That's a really vague question.
Yeah, that's a really wow.
The
Good.
fortune teller in town.
Do you know the fortune teller?
He'll shrug
in the wagon with the weird wood.
He'll shrug, and then you all kind of notice that the minstrels need to be performing again.
Okay.
So would you guys like to end?
It's probably safe to assume that he doesn't.
I just want to go into town and buy a poisoner's kit.
Okay, well, it's in the evening now.
Yeah.
So now
I'll go with John,
it'd be about the time that you guys should sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, because it's been a long day. You guys have been investigating. It took a lot of your time to like get around places and understand all these conversations and stuff like that. And being in the tavern you've also been here for like a couple hours.
Oh, and I can just collect it I can get it when I collect my weapons.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So will you guys go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
can I have 2 beds in my room? One for Tinsel, one for me.
An entire bed.
Yeah, of course.
Tinsel gets his own goddamn bed.
I mean, if there's like too much going on.
Yeah. We'll stop it.
Obviously, you guys go to sleep.